He's provided the spark to begin this game.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Big article in the paper this morning talking about how they wanted to get chunk plays in the run game. Well, early on, there's a good one.
There isn't for guys on defense. They've got to remember the old adage. You've got to meet force with force, and if you don't, you get run over, as they did on that last play.
Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 29, here's the second down and 4. In motion, Aguilar. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end, and that play going nowhere.
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Bust through the tackle. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
He'll buy some time right. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Now a handoff to Henry. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Oh, he fakes a spike. But it's not going to work. He'll go down, and they got him. Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Jackson now. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And the first play will be a field goal try from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road, you're under the lights, national television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real, and a pretty nice opening statement.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10, right at the 30. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Hurts.
And that is incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in the game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And this returnable for Sims.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And that is incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. It's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Jackson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did it in a big way there.
To throw is Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Up the middle with Barkley. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a 1st down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Flush to his right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jalen Hurts
taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Eagles will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Now 2nd and 3.
Off the play fake. Henry.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Jackson from the shotgun.
That's going deep for Bateman.
He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown.
Rashad Bateman.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7.
4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
Throwing is Hurts.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Hurts sets up to throw it. That one complete down the field to Smith.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Devontae Smith.
47 yards.
And the Eagles have taken the lead here in this third quarter. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well moving the ball down the field.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
61 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
No, we changed it.
Now it's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Flowers. It'll be a gain of 5. 3rd and 7 now.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now it's Jackson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick.
You got to know as a quarterback that's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun, it's Hurts.
Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown, 26 yards.
And the Eagles are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over. And here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. They find some open field here. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
78 yards on the ground now for Henry. He's got a first down.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
2nd down, 8 yards to go.
They go play action now. Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Here's Jackson to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 25-yard line. Again to Henry.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
He's got it complete to Aguilar. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Nelson Aguilar from 21 yards away.
And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So down only 2 now. Still a chance to finagle their way into field goal range if they can get this onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. That one looks like he'll throw here. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
That is intercepted. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Unable to corral him, he fights through. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Again, it's Henry.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Just over 30 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Jackson.
He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. It's on target, and it's good. from 51 yards out. He drills it. And joy will reign in the Inner Harbor as the Ravens have won it.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Philadelphia, good night, everybody.
Welcome to Baltimore's Inner Harbor. 70,000 plus have filled M&T Bank Stadium since 1998, the home of the Ravens. The kicker, Will Reichard, has the ball on the tee. And off we go here in Baltimore. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry.
Mike, this defense talked all week about the importance of coming out fast and starting this game the right way, and it's less about the loss of yards there on that first play and more about just setting the tone. Hey, we're going to be here all day. We're bringing it, and boy, did they ever.
And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss, and it's 2nd down.
Report! We changed it. Turn!
They'll go again here with Henry. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for third down and 5. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will score. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Ravens. Now Justin Tucker for the point after. He's got it. And the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Throwing to open it up is Darnold. That one caught by the former Lion, T.J. Hawkinson. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's caught once again by Hawkinson. 17 yards as they hook up again and pick up the first. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. That's into the hands of Aaron Jones. Can he get away? No! He's taken down behind the line. Good job by the defense with a negative play. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Darnold to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Here comes the screen to Jones. They needed 15, and that's exactly what they got. It is a first down. So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. It's the Ravens out front. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now here's Aaron Jones. He'll work his way only to the 23. Second down and 8. Darnold to throw. And Marlon Humphrey is there, and he picks it off. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, they just tried a very short throw, and instead, the defense takes it back the other way, and they come up with a big play, scoring the touchdown.
Mike, for how fast he jumped that route, it almost seems like he was in the huddle and ran the route for the quarterback. I mean, he was there before the receiver, and as you said, there was nothing left to do but take it all the way back the other way.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Ty Chandler now to bring it back. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Off the bootleg. Here's Darnold. And he did a pretty good job there to get back to the line of scrimmage as he's chased out of bounds.
Little indecision by the quarterback there, Mike. Do I buy time and throw it downfield, or do I tuck it and become a runner? That's what he's thinking. I think he made the final call a little bit too late, and all he could do was get back to the original line of scrimmage.
We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Play fake to Jones. Now Darnold. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Just doesn't seem to me right now that he's seeing the field very well. I mean, that last possession results in the pick. You'd expect him to come back out here and be a little bit more careful with the ball, find easier completions, find the better matchup. But instead, he puts the ball back in harm's way, and he's lucky that wasn't another interception.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings. Sims now to return it. And he's going to lose yardage on this return. Tried to retreat, but is covered up. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. Ho-ho! And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. It's a big one for the Ravens. It's a gain of 34.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
Hey, report! Report!
From the gun, Jackson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
3rd and long for Jackson. Catch made there, left side by Walker. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. This is Henry. And he'll bring this inside the 15. That's good enough for the 1st down.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Hey, hey.
Second down. Jackson. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And third down coming up. Jackson. He's got his big tight end, Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Ravens. His second touchdown of this first half.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half. But everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock. And they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Chandler now to return it. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. They'll come up here, first and 10. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
To the right side, he's got Hockenson, his tight end. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line. So they send in Will Reichert for this field goal try. This from beyond 70 yards away. And the defense has it. So we reach halftime in what has been to this point a one-sided game. As we get you down to Florida, Orlando specifically, for the coaches, Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Here comes a return from the 5. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36. They'll send him over to the left. Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. A dive and a catch. Incredible. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down. Here's Darnold. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Darnold to the air once more. That's to the left side and taken in by Jefferson. His second grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down. From the gun, it's a run, and it's Jones. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. To throw is Darnold. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's is in. Aaron Jones. Touchdown, Vikings. On now for the extra point. Here's Will Riker. The kick is good. And the Vikings get back in it. It is 21-7. Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. Now return, coming from the 7. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. First and 10.
Ready! Ready!
Room to run past midfield. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. They'll run. It's Henry. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
Yo. Shut up.
We're going to go right back to Henry. And he moves down to the 25. That's good enough for a first down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Hey, middle.
Aguilar goes off in motion. A very nice defensive play there. They'll let you complete passes if they're going to end up like that. It's a completion, but a loss of yardage. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. A give right up the middle to Henry. And nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens have run out to a 24-7 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Darnold. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Now Darnold. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. 3rd down coming up. Darnold now to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down. Like living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton. Here's Henry, and that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. They'll run it with Henry. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota. A tough spot here. 3rd and long.
Report. Hey, Ozzy.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's over the middle to the tight end, Andrews. They get 12 yards on that pass. 1st down, Baltimore.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
They'll run it on 1st down with Henry. Strong. Here's 2nd and 2.
Hey, Ozzy.
Off the play fake, Jackson. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
DC, ready?
The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. 4th and a couple. To throw is Jackson. To the tight end, Likely. And he's not going to get away. They get him down right after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on downs. Darnold to throw on 1st down. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. Picked off by Brandon Stevens. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll work straight ahead with Henry. And just a short gain there, down to the 38. And now we get a timeout by the defense. So the clock stops with 1:50 left in the game. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Pistol give to Henry. Henry rumbles to the 1st down and more. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it. You know it. And no matter what they do, They have no answers whatsoever. I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Darnold. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's going to score again. How about that for a daily double? The second defensive touchdown he's scored in this game. Point after now from Tucker. He's got it. And the Ravens will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Chandler now to return it. A good return as he takes it across the 30. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. In motion, it's Jefferson. On play action, here's Darnold. A throw on the move is caught. Wow, out of bounds, inside the 10. It's 1st and goal. They'll run it here with Jones. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd. And they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. They put a receiver in motion to the left. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive. And what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Now we'll get a 2-point try here. Darnold has the offense lined up. And he'll go down, back at the 4.
I don't love the call. I mean, all week you practice these gotta-have-it plays. Every call sheet, Mike, has 3 or 4 plays that are down here in the goal line that could also be used as 2-point plays. I think to simply turn it around and just hand the ball to your running back, gotta be a little bit more creative. That's a big missed opportunity.
Quick.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now, Jackson. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
Hey, Alpha, sit hot. Sit hot.
Jackson out of the pistol. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
Out is Justin Tucker to try the field goal. That is not going to do it. Tried to bite off a lot with that one. It's no good. And they are not able to add on to their big lead. Here we go. One final play. He's going to let one fly for Addison. And now he loses the football. Big opening up the middle. Just trying to make something happen. And the ball's loose on the field. So it's a win here for the Ravens. They proved much the best in this one. Get a solid performance in all three phases of the game and ride that to victory.
Next to some of the northernmost waters of the beautiful Chesapeake Bay, we're at M&T Bank Stadium near Baltimore's Inner Harbor. Punter Rigoberto Sanchez has it teed up and ready to go. And we're off from Baltimore. Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Play made by E.J. Speed. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Running once more with Henry. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out. A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. Has the first, but once more, he's past the 45. 20, 15. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 6-0 lead right away. So that right there, exactly what you're looking for in the opening drive of a game.
And these opening drives are tone setters. You come out flat, maybe you go 3 and out. Sometimes there's a carryover effect, Kate, but here, they were sharp, they were crisp, and they grabbed the early lead.
Justin Tucker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Josh Downs to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Warriors, 70. Let's go. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Ready.
Richardson throwing to start out. That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3. Taylor now up the middle. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Offense in the hurry up here. Off the play fake. Here's Richardson. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
Okay, I don't know what the punter did to hurt people's feelings, because I think the reasoning was pretty clear. They were going to go for it. There was not going to be a punter that touched the field. Not an advisable mindset now as they turn it over in their end of the field.
Here's Henry running left. Juke the defender. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
This is Henry on second. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to leave him with 3rd and 3. Changing it up here, Jackson. Henry on the catch. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens pull out in front further, 13-zip. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Tucker on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Downs on the return. And he doesn't make it far at all. They bottle up that return immediately.
Can't happen. Man, that's just something you never, ever see at this level. That's a complete failure of operation, not just by the returner, but the return team in general. And now, instead of getting into your normal offense, you got to find some way, somehow, to dig yourself out of this hole.
And he's brought down for a loss. So that brings us to the end of one. Both teams starting that long walk to the other end of the field. It's a 2-score game early. Back to the bank in just a moment. Ready now for our second quarter. The Colts have the football. They are facing second down deep on their own end. He'll throw it from his own end zone. And that one looked like an interception for a second. Instead, it's incomplete. Defender couldn't hang on to it. 3rd down coming up.
19 Lions. Let's go now.
From his own end zone on 3rd and long, Taylor makes the catch. And he's up to the 7-yard line as he gets hauled down. Offense up to the line fast. Now Richardson on 4th down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Roquan Smith with the pick. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. Thrown at the depth where linebackers come into play in coverage, partner, and sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and can do some serious damage.
That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens stretch their lead to 21. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Return starts at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat! Come on, come on. Hit! 60 Maverick! 60 Maverick! Ready?
After the pick, Richardson back to the air. That's complete to Pittman. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Check, 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 check. Buffalo 18. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Roquan Smith with the pick. And the Ravens get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. Worked through his progression, nobody available, and by the time he checked it down to the back, ooh, you could almost see it coming. A defender there to intercept it.
Because those defenders have clocks too. I mean, we get so enamored talking about a quarterback's clock, but defenders do as well, and they know when that quarterback's holding the ball, likely a check down is coming. That is just smart defensive play.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. The Ravens with a chance to add to their lead. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Now pitch it to Henry. Moving in the right direction that time, but only 2 yards picked up, so it's 3rd and 9.
Yo.
Lamar now from the gun. That's caught for the 1st. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal. Henry punches it in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Tucker on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens continue piling on to this lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Get it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He finds his running back. Nice work, complete. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. 2nd and 3 now.
Cut 19. Cut 19. There we go. Cut. 19 Cardinals.
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Escapes the pocket. Throwing on the run. Deep down that. He's got it inside the 25. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset. So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone.
Here we go. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready.
From the red zone now. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown. The Colts chop some of the lead off before the half. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it in this day and age. There's no space to work with, yet they have such an awareness to secure it first, to tap dance the line, and go get that touchdown.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. Offense to the line for second down.
At the 29-yard line.
Jackson to throw it. He's on the move. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up third down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Lengthy fourth down try here. They need 6. They're going for this. He connects downfield on 4. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Rolling left, buying some time. Now here he goes. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane. Just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those 2, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
Out of the gun, Henry. Who swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Play made by E.J. Speed. They manage a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve third down and 4. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Ravens call in on Justin Tucker for the field goal. This a 54-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Downs on the return. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30.
We don't always know what's said there at halftime, Kate, in the locker room. Some of the adjustments offensively and defensively, but I can assure you the special teams coach pulled his kick return team aside and said, listen, we have a chance here down double digits to spark this game. Let's go out and get a great return to set the offense up for success. And that's exactly what they did. That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
19. Ready?
Second and 10. Again, it's Richardson. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete. Looking for Michael Pittman Jr. on that throw. So they're left facing third and long.
18 Ryder. 18 Ryder. Go. Trap 50. Trap 60.
To throw, Richardson. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They'll throw again, Richardson. On the move, headed right. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, short of the 15. They'll come up 1st and 10.
Let's go. Three. Go.
Working inside the red zone. Cut near the goal line. He has the Indianapolis touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Now the Colts leaving the offense out there. They're going to try for 2. He's throwing for it. And he has it in the end zone for 2, and that's going to chip away a little bit at that deficit.
31, Colts 15. Sanchez, the kickoff for Indianapolis.
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Third quarter starts with a run from Henry. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Go. What a shot.
Some early movement on the left side there, but was he the first to go, or was he provoked? Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Running it after the penalty. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession, or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
A draw now. This is Henry. And he's brought down for a loss.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a 1st down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
Hey, middle.
On 2nd down, here's Henry again. And defenders continue to swarm over to get him at the line. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. Jackson now, 3rd and long. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. That one intended for Mark Andrews. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
4th down, here's Jackson. He beams one deep right side. Couple defenders there, and they're going to intercept it. Nick Cross has it. And the Colts bring the interception back beyond the 40 before the tackle is made. Well, Brock, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception right there.
We know that no lead in this league is safe ever, ever, ever. A 1-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. They all seemingly come down to the final possession anyway. And with a whole half of football left, you just can't give away too many possessions like that.
Gets this one to Pierce. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Working quickly here. Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. This is the end of the 3rd quarter.
go.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Cut the range. Cut. Cut.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Cut down the left side by his running back. Oh, baby. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A gain of 33 yards on the play. First down, Indianapolis.
Ready.
From the gun, Taylor. And he only gets this one down to the 9.
Hurry, hurry.
Offense in the hurry up here. Here's Richardson. And he's got it. Had to lay out for it, but touchdown. The Colts can make it a one-score game as they trim the lead. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
And he gets into the end zone. That is exactly why they win for 2 right there, Brock. It's back down to a one-possession game. They knew what they had to do, Brock. They got the score and now need to pull off this onside kick. And no dice on this kick. The Ravens recover.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
Let's go now. Ready.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
No, we changed it.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Alpha.
Trying down the middle with Henry. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, some positive yardage there, Kate, but just as important, they're mixing up their play calling, and they could very well be setting up the defense for a big play later.
Yo. Hands up.
Oh, and they're going to have their fullback trying power for it. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Ravens leading by 8. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Handoff headed right to Henry. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. Another run for Henry. And without much room, he's going to go down at the 32-yard line. Only a couple yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7.
Come on. Hey.
Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down.
Go ahead. Ready, shot.
They give to Henry on the inside handoff. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. The Colts take a timeout. That's their last one. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. Justin Tucker out for the field goal. A lot of pressure hovering over this kick. Bullock's kick is good. And it's now a 2-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
The best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. And when they can make it a 2-score game and be clutch when it matters, these are the moments they live for.
Kickoff taken at the 3. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
18, pioneer. Get it?
Now to throw. Pocket It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Colts operating from the hurry-up, rushing back to the line. To throw. Finds a seam down the middle. Rolling into enemy territory. And he hits the end zone. Touchdown! I hope nobody left early, Brock, because we have still got a game. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
And they get the two-point conversion. Nice catch in the end zone there. They're back within a field goal now.
31.
Less than 25 seconds to go. This onside try is for the game. And this is going to be recovered by the Ravens. And they're moments away now from celebrating a win.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
Well, it looks like the defense jumps just before the snap there. So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards. So in front of the flock of fans in the stands, the Ravens get the win at home. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths. Because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? Both.
All of us.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Inner Harbor of Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Now the first carry for King Henry. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
We met with these coaches during the week, Mike. They told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early, and we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. Second down.
Tackled back at the 30-yard line.
Hey, hey.
He'll go again here with Henry. And he's going to be brought down behind the line. This defense fired up to start the game. It's 4th down. Third and long for Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and they have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And he's going to have the Ravens 1st down. They convert in style. Huge play on 4th and long. They'll work straight ahead with Henry. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They're going to go right back to Henry. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face 3rd down. It's the quarterback with the sneak. That's going to be pretty close. Looks like he's got it, and he does. 1st down.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that 1st down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the 1st down.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
Ready? Go!
And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the 1st quarter. So that'll do it for a... On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. A give right up the middle to Henry. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
He's down inside the 10. A gain of 4. 3rd and 5.
13. Come on.
Lamar going to work from the pistol. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
From the 6, here comes a return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
They're on the 32-yard line.
Ready up!
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Go!
Here's Williams to begin with a pass. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
First run of the game here for DeAndre Swift. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
On first down, they give it right back to Swift. And this time, they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's second down. Two minutes remain in a 3-0 first half. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Working out of the gun, here's Williams. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Williams. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. On third down, it's Williams from the gun. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Ardarius Washington. Into space. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Baltimore. So 3rd and long, trying to pick up a first down and keep a drive going. Instead, the worst result. It goes back the other way, Greg, and the defense scores with a pick 6.
Mike, sometimes there's a fine line between being aggressive and being reckless, and I think you find yourself in 3rd and long, you're trying to make a play, but sometimes you just press a little too far, and this time it leads to the turnover and the pick 6.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. He'll start at the 4. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Williams. He finds the big tight end. That's Gerald Everett. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Williams. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. Williams going to look to throw it on first down. And he'll be taken down. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. Clock says 25 seconds till halftime. Throwing again, Williams. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled.
This one intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. Accelerating toward midfield.